Hey, what's up you guys? Raylo here from KidneyPuncher.com. Today we're going to be doing our first installment of the KP Vape Class. And the first lesson I'm going to be teaching today is how to properly prime a coil. So let's go ahead and jump down up close and let me show you how to do this. Alright, so here we are in up close mode. And today I'm going to be showing you how to prime a coil head for the Cleto sub-tank. And this will work for just about every single coil head that's out there, for every single sub-tank that's out there. Just different designs and different ways of priming your coil. So let me show you the most easiest and basic way of doing this. So of course the easiest way to do this would be to put everything together. Install your coil head with as easy as screwing into your device, fill up your tank with whatever juice you want to use, and then the next step would be to close off your airflow and take probably about 3 or 4 dry pulls off of your device. This will pull juice into the cotton wicking and eventually get to your coil. But also by doing this, I would definitely let it sit for maybe about anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes to make sure that your coil has been perfectly saturated. But there's some other things that you can do to speed up this process. Let's go over that now. Now, my preferred method of priming my coil heads is to saturate it manually. So I'll take my juice and I'll start putting some juice into the exposed juice ports. Right? So after you've done this and you see that this is nice and saturated, I'll flip my coil head around, stick my dropper in there or whatever I'm going to be doing, and I just sort of push a little bit of juice in there ever so slightly, just to make sure that I get everything nice and saturated. And as you can see, it's now flowing through down at the bottom, but now I can be sure that my wick has now been fully saturated. I can now install it into my device, maybe take 1 or 2 dry pulls just to be absolutely certain, and I'm ready to vape almost instantly. Of course, now that we have our coil saturated, next step is to screw your coil head into your device. Replace your glass section, and then fill up your tank. And one last thing I always suggest is when filling up your tanks, just go ahead and close off your airflow. This keeps the vacuum nice and tight and makes it so your tank will not flood out on you while you're filling it. Now let's go ahead and go back into FaceTime and I'll talk more about doing dry pulls and priming. Okay, so now I showed you how to prime your device. So I still have my airflow closed off, and now before I go ahead and do my first fire, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple dry pulls. It's as simple as just closing off your airflow and inhaling. A couple little puffs like that. Sometimes you'll see with your actual coil heads, if it's not fully saturated yet, you'll see little bubbles kind of come out of the juice fill ports, and that's completely normal. That means that juice is getting in and air is escaping. So now that we got it all nice and primed and filled up, we can go ahead and take our hit. So there you go, you guys. That was the first course of the KP build class. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you followed along with me, and now you won't have any more problems on wondering how to properly prime and use your sub tank. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, vape on.